guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam Champion and this is the Mrs. Champion channel, and happy Saturday to you guys. I'm actually recording on Saturday. Saturday is actually the beginning of the week for me because that's the day I do the majority of the filming for the week that's coming up. So this is something I probably never show you guys. I did stuff my wallet for this week. I only stuffed gas and groceries. The groceries are just little stuff that we need during a week, maybe milk, bread, just produce and things like that. Nothing that I would get out of my Walmart and home delivery. So I did take $700 out of the bank to save with this week. I want to see how much we have left over now that I have stuffed my wallet and a couple sinking funds that I wanted to get caught up as far as even with the others. So I watched Budgeting with Kim and how she will take her $5 Fridays, and I'm sure there's other people in the community that do this as well. And they kind of just throw $5 into an envelope for different sinking funds. So let me move this out of the way. We're going to get into our Together collab here in a moment. So I did the same thing with some of these sinking funds that I'm working on just to get going. So I think I did that today for not cheer. We'll go over that in another video, what we're doing with the cheer envelope. So I did that for self-care. I threw $5 in there. Bath and Body Works has $5 now. This one I've showed you before from Nori is going to fund my wallet. I don't know whose dog is losing it outside. It's going to fund my wallet, but that money is going to come from my June no spend. It'll come from my no spends until it's fully funded. And groceries, I put $5 in. Sporting events, this will take care of season tickets for the girls varsity cheer. Household, I threw $5 in. Dining out, I threw $5 in. So a few of these categories I did fund $5 with, just so that I can kind of get them going. I'll worry about putting a good bit of the money in once we unstuff our monthly savings challenges. So let's see how much we have to save for this week. I usually just come in and jump in and start filming. I want to see how much is left of the 700 after I put a couple fives in there and funded my wallet. My wallet also had about, I don't know, 40 bucks or so left in it from last week. So some of that money I just left in there and just added to what I thought I needed. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, and 20s. The 10s, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. In fives, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. All right, let's see what else we have left. These fives are so flimsy. Like they don't even want to, they don't want to do anything. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm not going to count those twos. I think I did cash condense that from some envelopes from other binders. And here's the ones. I'll try to speed through these ones. There's a ton of them. 20, 20, 20. Okay, guys, so we have $639 to save with this week. Not too bad. Like I said, I took $700 out of Josh's paycheck to stuff into binders this week. So yeah, we got enough to get through. The one challenge that takes the most amount of money is the monthlies because I just continue to keep downloading them. So I usually save about $150 to $175 a week in monthly and group plays. So the next big chunk is usually from my scratch and save on Sunday. It's probably lingers about 140 to 150 in that binder. So we have plenty to get through the rest of our binders for the rest of the week. But right now we're going to jump into our the Together collab. This is a rainbow collab, and the ladies that are involved in this collab with me is Budgeting with Kim, Anna Banana Budgets, myself, Happy to Save with Hannah, Gen X Budgets, Budgeting with Lisa, and CBA Mom Save. So these ladies were so nice and kind to include me into this collab. This is my first collab here in this community, and I thought we did like a really great job on this. So if you haven't already picked this up, we are going to be still playing this throughout June. And with this challenge, you will get the money envelope that comes with it. You will get 7 challenges, and you will get an IOU card for each challenge that is listed in this collab. You also have a dashboard that comes with it. It's on the other side of this right here. And yeah, it's been an amazing way to save some money. This is definitely very different for me because I'm very used to like pulling money at the end of the month, and I didn't last month. So we're going to see how much it's going to save us through the end of June. So I did have an IOU, and let's go ahead and take care of that. That was on my challenge. I owed $1, so I'm going to go ahead, and I always bring that in because if not, I will forget. So let's go ahead and put that in our envelope. And what I did is I did leave a marker on Hannah's challenge because I wanted to start with hers this week. And I want to work a little bit more on hers. And I think we're just going to go in order from there. I want to do hers. Oh, I know who else I wanted to do. I wanted to work a little bit more on Anna's challenge. So let's start with Hannah's. Let's get my binder all the way together. So we're starting from the beginning on this one. I'm just going to roll a D3. We're just going to see how much we're going to save in here. I usually allot $25 for this challenge. So let's go ahead and get our $25 out of our money over here, and we'll set it aside. And let's get our calculator because that's how I like to keep track. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Let's see. Let's see if I can make some room for everything where you can actually see it. I'll move that down just a tad. Okay, so we'll put 25 on the calculator. You should be able to see everything. And we're going to go ahead and roll. I didn't bring out all the different colored dice this week because I just think that that might be a little extra. We'll stop being extra. So we're going to start right here. This one is called Help Benny the Bird Find the Worm. So we're going to go ahead and roll our D3 and see where it takes us. I guess I do at least need a game piece. We will just use the white one. As to not be partial to anyone's challenge. Okay, so we're starting here. And it'd be nice if I could get it in the tower. We're going to go 2, 1, and 2. This moves us up. We've already been there, so let's save right here on this butterfly. The butterfly is going to be $3. I don't know why I couldn't think, like, what am I doing? Let's roll again. I try to do 3 rolls on everyone's challenge until the 25 is gone. I probably should save a little bit more, especially for the rest of June. But that's okay. We'll do 25 today. So this takes us back down. All right. So we're going to go right here. Same icon though. It's going to save $2. I'm having like hard time thinking like what's the next button I'm supposed to push. And I can't even get the dice in the tower. All right. We're moving 1. We're moving right back up. Oh my gosh. We just made a whole circle, guys. So 1 moves us up. We've been here. That would take us to number 1, take us back down. So let's just save this right here. Because I cannot continue to keep going in a circle like this. All right, so what was that? Oh my gosh, I scratched it off. It was the egg. So that's $5. Okay, so $15 we have left. And we're going to leave off. Let's just start here because we will just continue to keep going in a circle. All right, so we saved $10 in Hannah's challenge today. And let's go ahead and move on to Anna's. And this is Escort the Princess to the Castle for the Princess Ball. We're starting at the beginning with the princess. Let me move my marker. And we're going to go ahead and roll our D3. And hopefully we won't go in a circle like we just did. Okay, so that's a 3. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3. Takes us to this wand. And that's $3. Okay, let's roll again. My fingers, I got big man hands, and I feel like my fingers get caught in that little hole right there. All right, one will take us to the crown, and that's $1. All right, we have 11 left. Let's go ahead and roll again. There's a couple other collabs I want to start today. 1, 2, 3 takes us to the wand, and that's 3. All right, so we have $8 left. Watch me get an IOU. I'm almost sure of it. So we ended up right there. Okay, so so Anna was the last one. Let's see what else we can work on today. Let's see what challenge we really haven't, we don't have a lot scratched off on. So let's work on Sheila's Beautifully Blue. It's Indigo's favorite colors, blue, help finish, collect them. So we are starting at the beginning for her. So let's go ahead and roll, see how far we can get with our $8. That's 3. So 1, 2, 3, that's the blue cupcake. And that is $1. All right, let's roll again. I think we're just gonna finish up here probably. 1, 2, 3 is our butterfly. That's 3. So we have $4 left. Let's see what we can do. And that is a 2. 1, 2 takes us back down to the beginning. That's $2. Should we risk it? Of course we're going to. And $1. We're gonna move it 1. For a butterfly for 3, so we owe $1 in this challenge. We ended up here, so let's put our marker back. Okay, so let me get my IOU slip. I owe this one $1 now. And I think I may come in with a little bit more money next week. We'll see. Just so I can start getting some more things done on these challenges. Okay, so let's go ahead and put my clip here, and I'll remember to bring that in with me next week. We'll use this. And I think we're gonna stick with Sheila's challenge starting it next week, and then we'll maybe work on a couple of, I think Lisa's challenges and maybe mine. So we're just gonna hop around and see how much we can save within the next few weeks. All right, guys, so here's our $25. I feel so discombobulated today because it's been a while since I've filmed. So now I'm like, wait, what am I supposed to do next? So let's count up our money and see what we've saved in our Together collab. We have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 52, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now why did I count that like that? 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 152, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 157 plus our $1 IOU is $158 so far. So that's awesome. I don't know where I'm putting this money yet. It's probably going to go to the girls' cheers items that we need. So yeah, that's probably exactly where it's going to go. Because this will save at least $200 because I've been putting 25 a week in there. Plus my IOUs. So yeah, that 200 can go very far there. So, all right, guys, let's jump into these other collabs that I want to start. This next one is from Miranda over at Shades Budget and Lisa, our pen pal and collab partner over at Budgeting with Lisa, and they are playing the June group play Let's Go Bowling. So they each roll a D12 dice 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And it says roll a D12 10 times and put the numbers for each roll in each square. Rolls that are 11 or 12 are gutter balls and receive a score of 0. Watch our videos each week and record our scores to see if you won. Add the numbers of the scores together, i.e., or example, score of 45 would be 4 plus 5 equals 9. Save the winning score or save all if you are spicy. It's up to you. Okay, I'm not spicy, so let's get that all the way together. Girlfriend over here is not spicy, not that spicy. So I have actually, so we're not here all day. I pulled out 4 D12 dice, and I'm gonna get my big tower. And let's put my little non-slip thing that really doesn't work underneath there. So we're just gonna roll all 4 together, and then we'll do it a couple times, and then I'll pull 2 and roll the last 2. And we'll see what I get. Okay, so I have, let me get a marker. So I got a 4, a 10. Oh, a 10 works. Okay, 11 and 12s are gutter balls. A 10, a 6, and an 8. Okay, not too shabby. All right, so your whole idea is you got to beat Miranda or Lisa. Okay, so that is a 9, a 2. I got an 11, which doesn't count, so we're going to put it down, but put a mark through it, and then an 8. Okay, going too bad, except for that 2. That 2 wasn't good, and then, of course, rolling that 11. So we have 2 more, so let's go ahead and roll. 1 and a 7. Well, that sucked. Okay, so let's add up my numbers. Hopefully I'm doing this right. So we have a 4, 10, 6, 8, 9, 2, 8, 1, 7. So I ended with a 55. So Miranda won. So I'm going to put my 55 down. So let's see what we're saving in this. Okay. I might add it all the way down to it can't be added anymore. So 6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 26. Okay, we're not saving $26. So we're going to save 8. That's great. I like that. $26, child. We're not doing that. Okay, so 7 and 8. Okay, so here's my $8. My money is so janky. When I seen that guy go in the back and pull them bills back out, I said, yep, he done went down in the river and pulled that money out. And it was so funny. When I went to the bank to get the money out, the bank had no AC, and he said it had been like that all day long. I felt so bad for them. It was like stifling hot. You almost couldn't breathe in there. That's how hot it was. But he said engineers had came in and they called themselves fixing it, and the day before it was freezing cold, and then the next day they couldn't even breathe in there. It was so hot. So, all right, next collab is the Hot Mess Express, is now called the Hot Mess Pool Edition. And then Team Becca is going to be Brittany over at Budgeting with a Ginger, Kimmy at Bayesian Girl Budgets, and on Team Dawn is Eva at Budget Your Life, and then Lacey at Blue Kiwi Budgets. Hey, ladies. So I am going to, we're just going to get a regular D6. Let me see what I got in my little bag over here. Let's just use our beach dice. We're going to roll our D6, and I guess we can roll a couple D6, right? I'm only going to roll 3 times. I think that's all they do. Let me see if I can find 2 more D6 dice, which I can. And we'll roll all 3 at once, and we'll see who gets what. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we have 4, which is Lacey. We have a 5, which is Brittany. And we have a 3, which is Eva. So we have Team Dawn so far. Oh, poor Becca. I think even in the actual legit version between Dawn and Becca, I think Dawn's team is winning already. And Dawn is, oh, she is a cackler. She be just giggling, and Becca's like punching the air. So we're gonna save $1 per roll for this. So let's go ahead and get my last little 2 out and a 1, and we will save $3. Because I kind of wanted to participate in everything, but I definitely didn't want to do this the spicy way and save what you actually roll. Not with all the other things that I have going on throughout the week. Alrighty, so we have the next one it's called Sundae Funday. And this is a collab between 6 ladies. It's Courtney. I think it's over at Doodle Dollars, Courtney. Alma with Budgets with Alma. Autumn over at Restoration by Autumn. And Jamie, what is her, I don't know what her channel is. I'll have to find out. It would have been nice if I had the dashboard. Greta over at Agape Book Club. And M, I don't know who M's channel is. So I'll make sure I have everybody tagged down below. I apologize for not knowing. So let's go ahead and roll our 3d6 dice again. And we have a 6, a 2, and a 1. 6, 2, and a 1. So we have Courtney, Alma, and M on the board for me. I need to look at everybody else's videos and see where they're at. Because I think this collab has been out for at least a week or so. So I need to check in and with everybody's progress and see where they're at. And y'all, as much as I have plenty of binders, I was not making dashboards and all that for each one of these collabs. I'm gonna just clip my money right on the challenge itself. It's fine. Okay, and last but not least that I wanted to do today is Autumn's Hello Summer, this or that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're technically moving into week 2. So we'll do 4. And then from there on out, we'll do 2 a week. So I made this a 1 and that a 2. And then we'll see how much we save at the end of June. So the first one is beach day or pool party. I'm absolutely going to pick beach day. Yeah, pool party's cool and all, but if I can go to the beach, like, I can go to a pool party anytime. It's very hard for us to get to a beach, so, especially where we live. So, ice cream or snow cone. Don't really deal with the snow cones very well because I feel like all the goodness is at the bottom, and then you get that lump of just ice at the top with no flavor. So, ice cream, flavor throughout. Definitely would pick ice cream over a snow cone. Okay, and next, I really need to get rid of these ones. These need to go into my wallet. All right, we have two more. We have camping or hotel. I'm not camping. I'm not going outside. I'm not sleeping with no bugs. I'm not sleeping with no animals that could come up there and nibble on your feet. Yeah. So we're going to go to the hotel and relax and be fancy. And then last but not least, bonfire or outdoor movie. Now that's kind of hard. I love a good fire. Yeah, I'm gonna pick bonfire. Bonfire over an outdoor movie. Yeah, because at least if the fire's going, it's gonna keep the bugs away. I hate bugs. If you guys only understood how much I hate bugs, I don't even like ants. I don't like flies. I don't like ladybugs. I don't like none of that. So fires keep the bugs away. I don't have to worry about that. And an outdoor movie, if you're out there relaxing, trying to eat your popcorn and you got stuff, nope, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So we are gonna do, we need to do 2 for a hotel and then 1 for bonfire. And let's see what we saved in this so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna put this all back for a $5 bill. And I need a clip, put this on here. And that's the last that we're going to work with today. Yep, because everything else will start next month. So once these challenges are complete. All right, guys, I know I usually do Happy Mail at the end of this, but I'm not going to drag this out any longer, especially since I kind of went over those sinking funds and counted up how much we're saving this week. So I will see you in tomorrow's video for Scratch and Save. And I'll probably do 2 videos tomorrow, which would be my Scratch and Save and my Happy Mail video. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's good to be back behind the camera again. And I will see you tomorrow in our Scratch and Save binder. Bye, guys.